What's up, Dealy gang? Dealy Kamel here. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about Shay Obsidian. It's been a couple days since his event, and I apologize for that. Some real life stuff got in the way. But here we are to talk a little bit about Shay's roaming event. Most characters, when they do come to Duel Links for the first time, their first event will be a roaming. This is only the exception with main characters of the current latest world. So Revolver coming out next week will not have a roaming event. They will just be released unlockable to the game. Shay, however, will have a roaming and then should be unlockable around the first week of March, something around there. So something I always like to do is read their little character blurbs here so you can find out a little bit about the character. Along with Yugioh, Shay joins the Resistance to protect the Xyz dimension from Duel Academy. When his sister Lulu is kidnapped, he tries to capture Declan and use him as trade bait with Duel Academy. However, Declan convinces him to join the Lancers instead. With his flock of raid raptors, Shay tears his opponents with their talons to lead the rebellion. So before we did talk about knowing the event rewards, because they did get announced in the last data mine leak. And Blade Burner Falcon and Vanishing Lanius are going to be your event cards. Now, I did speak about these briefly before, but Vanishing Lanius is going to be the card that you really want to chase here. This is going to be a main deck monster that you will likely be playing 2 to 3 copies of if you have any intention of playing Raid Raptors. So this is definitely something that you want to look at picking up. It is always best to farm events as they come out so that when the next event comes around and these cards are still in the card pool for the character, you really don't have to worry about getting them. You just have to worry about getting the new cards. Blade Burner Falcon is going to be a kind of powerful Xyz monster. Don't know if we're really going to be using it once we get the full Raid Raptor package, but we'll have to see. So let's see what a farm deck for Shay Obsidian is going to look like. Alright, so I've just got a basic Yugioh deck here that I got from Duel Links Meta. However, there are a couple different things about this Fire King deck, this Fire King Yugioh deck. Essentially, the game plan here is to discard 3 Yugioh the Ultimate Nightmares or 3 forms of Yugioh with the effect of Montage Dragon to summon a 10,000 attack point monster. You then give that opponent's monster to your opponent with Xian Spy. And then you need 2 Fire King's Island. You need 1 on the field already to be proccing your Yugioh to summon your Terror Incarnate. And then you need another one in your hand to wipe your field, destroy your Terror Incarnate, and special summoning your Ultimate Nightmare from the graveyard after your second activation. This is basically going to special summon a Terror Incarnate on your field while you have given your opponent your 10,000 attack Montage Dragon, and then you can simply attack your Terror Incarnate into the Montage Dragon you gave your opponent, and then they will take 10,000 effect damage and you will win the duel, likely getting 8,000 reward points. I did include a short little video on how to farm this deck, so we're going to go into that next. So as for variations on how you can play this deck, I'd say keep it as close to this list as possible, and then if you cannot, I'd say just play a different farm deck. This event is not too serious. It seems like if you are trying to level up Arc 5 characters, you should just be able to get away with auto-dueling Shay, not having to worry about farming. But the one thing about roaming events is that you do not have a currency to farm, so you can just challenge them whenever. You are totally reliant on them appearing in the Duel world through Dueling Standard Duelists and the Vagabond. So try to keep that in mind. So now let's get into the farm part. Okay, so this duel here started off pretty simple. Sorry for the things cut off. I was using my BlueStacks recorder. So Shay did not start off too hot. However, it is totally possible they start off with Blade Burner and like absolutely destroy you in the first turn. That did not happen here though. So we're just going to set up our Yugioh by destroying Yugioh in our hand with Fire King's Island to summon the Terror Incarnate. Then once Terror Incarnate is on the field, he's going to destroy all monsters on the field every single end phase. So we're going to be using that to clear Shay's field and to proc the effects of our own Witch of the Black Forest and Sangan. That's just going to let us search more forms of Yugioh every single turn so we can thin our deck faster. Now Shay's doing a lot here. I thought he was going to Xyz summon again, but he did not. Planet Pathfinder is also going to be thinning the deck for our second Fire King's Island. You do need a Fire King's Island in your hand for the final turn in order for this combo to work. And something else to know, a lot of people are using Attack Charge on what's this guy's name? Sora. But you don't have to. If you at least discard 2 Yubel the Ultimate Nightmares as well as a regular Yubel, then you will have 10,200 attack points on your Montage Dragon, and that's going to be enough for the 8,000 points. So, yeah, just need 2 Yubel the Ultimate Nightmares and 1 regular Yubel. If you get 3 of the Ultimate Nightmares, that's the goal. Obviously, you're going to deal like 10,800 damage or something like that. But yeah, this farm is going very well. We're thinning our deck all the way down to the bottom. Now, I see here Shay has no cards left, so this is my last turn. So I'm going to discard 2 Ultimate Nightmare and Yubel summon Montage Dragon, give it to my opponent. Montage Dragon's over there. Use my second Fire King Island, destroy my Terra Incarnate, summon the Ultimate Nightmare from the grave, attack in, boom. And that is Shay Obsidian farmed. Now, you can see here I got 8,400 points, but probably just because I did also use a point booster there. And that is another thing that I highly recommend that all of you do, and not a lot of people do this in Duel Links. Use these crystals that you get here. These are what these are for. These are basically for whenever a character is introduced into the game via an event. This will allow you to always guarantee you get 8,000 points as long as you are farming them using a results booster. Sometimes when you do the Yubel farm, you have a possibility on losing out on 1,000 points. Let's say if you had to damage your opponent early on or use something like a magic cylinder to get out of a hairy jam, results booster will make sure you don't really lose the points for not committing to the 10k all at once. And then these other crystals are just good to use. Extra life and extra card, they get you out of some shifty situations, especially when you are playing a Yubel deck that does not use Yubel as a character with the skill. You do need extra life just in case you break an extra card, just in case your brick can also save your life. So peace out, guys. That's going to be it for me today. Let me know what you think about Shay and what you're excited for Raid Raptors in the future. Peace out, guys.